Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse to verse, Bible quiz. Get ready to test your Bible knowledge. Listen carefully, choose your answer and see how many you can get right. Question. At the beginning of Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, what does the teacher decide to test his heart with to see what is good? Options. A. Pleasure and enjoyment. B. Military conquest. C. Political philosophy. D. Asceticism and fasting. The correct answer is option A. Pleasure and enjoyment. Question. What did the teacher say he would test with pleasure? Options. A. His wisdom. B. His heart. C. His soul. D. His strength. The correct answer is option B. His heart. Question. Teacher found that testing his heart with pleasure turned out to be. Options. A. Vanity or meaningless. B. Frustrating. C. Madness. D. Sorrowful. The correct answer is option A. Vanity or meaningless. Question. What is teacher's conclusion regarding laughter? Options. A. It was good. B. It is holy. C. It is mad. D. It is eternal. The correct answer is option C. It is mad. Question. What substance did the teacher search with his mind to cheer his body? Options. A. Milk and honey. B. Wine. C. Chariots. D. Spices. The correct answer is option B. Wine. Question. While teacher embraced folly, what still guided him? Options. A. His fear of God. B. His wisdom. C. His heart. D. His understanding. The correct answer is option B. His wisdom. Question. Why did the teacher embrace folly? Options. A. To know what is pleasurable. B. To see what was good for mortals to do under heaven. C. To know what was wisdom. D. To see what was meaningful. The correct answer is option B. To see what was good for mortals to do under heaven. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 4, what did the teacher build? Options. A. Palace. B. Houses. C. Dams. D. Bridges. The correct answer is option B. Houses. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 4, what did the teacher plant? Options. A. Olive trees. B. Fig trees. C. Vineyards. D. Wheat fields. The correct answer is option C. Vineyards. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 5, what did the teacher plant in the garden and parks made by him? Options. A. Only olive trees. B. Cedars of Lebanon. C. All kind of fruit trees. D. Plum trees only. The correct answer is option C. All kind of fruit trees. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 6, why did the teacher construct pools of water? Options. A. To train naval forces. B. To provide drinking water for the city. C. To water the forest of growing trees. D. To raise exotic fish for trade. The correct answer is option C. To water the forest of growing trees. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 7, what was bought by the teacher? Options. A. Camel and donkeys. B. Horse and chariots. C. Male and female slaves. D. Cows and sheep. The correct answer is option C. Male and female slaves. Question. What kind of livestock did the teacher claim to own more of than anyone before him in Jerusalem? Options. A. Camels and donkeys. B. Herds and flocks. C. Horses and chariots. D. Goats only. The correct answer is option B. Herds and flocks. Question: What precious metals and riches did the preacher gather for himself? Options: A. Copper and tin for forging weapons. B. Silver, gold and the treasure of kings and provinces. C. Bronze and iron from local mines. D. Pearls and corals from distant seas. The correct answer is option B. Silver, gold and the treasure of kings and provinces. Question: What group of performers did the teacher acquire for his pleasure? Options: A. Foreign poets and philosophers. B. Court jesters and actors. C. Male and female singers. D. Acrobats and jugglers. The correct answer is option C. Male and female singers. Question: Teacher also acquired a fill in the blank space and the delights of a man's heart. Options: A. Fortress. B. Vineyard. C. Harem. D. Chariots. The correct answer is option C. Harem. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 9, who did the teacher become greater than? Options: A. All the kings of Egypt. B. All the kings of East. C. Anyone in Jerusalem before him. D. Anyone who ever lived. The correct answer is option C. Anyone in Jerusalem before him. Question: What remained with the teacher even as he surpassed everyone in Jerusalem in greatness? Options: A. His youth. B. His wisdom. C. His army. D. His innocence. The correct answer is option B. His wisdom. In Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 10, what did the teacher say regarding his eyes and heart? Options: A. He denied his eyes whatever they desired and kept his heart from no pleasure. B. He kept his eyes covered and refrained from all pleasure. C. Whatever his eyes desired he did not keep from them and he kept his heart from no pleasure. D. He closed his eyes to beauty and focused only on spiritual study. The correct answer is option C. Whatever his eyes desired he did not keep from them and he kept his heart from no pleasure. Question: In Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 10, in what does teacher's heart took delight in? Options: A. His wisdom. B. His labor. C. His friends. D. His wealth. The correct answer is option B. His labor. Question: According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 10, what was the teacher's immediate reward for all his toil? Options: A. Everlasting fame among foreign nations. B. His heart took delight in all his labor. C. A divine mandate to rule the whole earth. D. Freedom from all physical fatigue. The correct answer is option B. His heart took delight in all his labor. Question: When the teacher surveyed all that his hand had done and all his toil, what was his overall evaluation? Options: A. Everlasting fame among foreign nations. B. All was vanity, chasing after wind, nothing to be gained under the sun. C. It was completely fulfilling and eternal. D. It was righteous in God's eyes. The correct answer is option B. All was vanity, chasing after wind, nothing to be gained under the sun. Question: What three concepts does the teacher turn his thoughts to consider together? Options: A. Strength, speed and courage. B. Wisdom, madness and folly. C. Justice, mercy and faith. D. Riches, poverty and nobility. The correct answer is option B. Wisdom, madness and folly. Question: According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 13, wisdom is superior to folly just as what physical phenomenon is superior to another? Options: A. Gold is superior to brass. B. Light is superior to darkness. C. Water is superior to drought. D. Fire is superior to ice. The correct answer is option B. Light is superior to darkness. Question: Where does the wise person have his eyes, according to the metaphor in Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 14? Options: A. On the heavens. B. In the scriptures. C. In their head. D. on the horizon? The correct answer is option C, in their head. Question. According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 14, where does the fool walk in? Options. A. In light. B. In darkness. C. In poverty. D. In blindness. The correct answer is option B, in darkness. Question. Despite wisdom being superior to folly, what disturbing realization does the teacher reach in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 14 and 15? Options. A. Fools always become richer than wise people. B. The same fate befalls on both the wise and the fool. C. Fools live longer lives than the wise. D. Wise people are immune to earthly suffering. The correct answer is option B. The same fate befalls on both the wise and the fool. Question. The fact that the same fate overtook the wise person and the fool led teacher to the conclusion that. Options. A. Life was a blessing. B. This too was righteous. C. This is also vanity. D. This only brought sorrow. The correct answer is option C. This is also vanity. Question. What happens to the remembrance of both the wise man and the fool in days to come? Options. A. Future generations will worship both as ancestors. B. Both will eventually be long forgotten. C. The name of wise is carved on stone while the fool's on sand. D. The fool is remembered as a warning and wise as a hero. The correct answer is option B. Both will eventually be long forgotten. Question. What emotional reaction does the teacher have toward life because of the realizations? Options. A. He felt energetic. B. He became happy. C. He hated life. D. He grew proud. The correct answer is option C. He hated life. Question. Why did the teacher hate all his toil under the sun? Options. A. Because his workers rebelled against his administration. B. Because he must leave it to those who come after him. C. Because enemies destroyed his vineyards. D. Because taxes consumed all his profit. The correct answer is option B. Because he must leave it to those who come after him. Question. What uncertainty regarding his successor troubled the preacher in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 19? Options. A. Whether the successor would live in Jerusalem. B. Whether the successor would be wise or a fool. C. Whether the successor would be male or female. D. Whether the successor would belong to another tribe. The correct answer is option B. Whether the successor would be wise or a fool. Question. According to Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 20, what state did the teacher's heart enter regarding all his labor under sun? Options. A. Joyful anticipation. B. Despair. C. Confidence. D. Greed. The correct answer is option B. Despair. Question. Why does the teacher describe leaving possession to a successor as a great evil? Options. A. Because the government seizes the inheritance upon death. B. Because wealth corrupts everyone who inherits it. C. Because goods rust and decay when left to others. D. Because a person who worked with wisdom, knowledge and skill must leave everything to someone who did not toil for it. The correct answer is option D. Because a person who worked with wisdom, knowledge and skill must leave everything to someone who did not toil for it. Question. How are a person's days and work described in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 23, for those who toil under the sun? Options. A. Days full of peace and work as a blessing. B. Days full of pain and work as vexation. C. Days full of glory and work as a light burden. D. Days full of adventure and work as a game. The correct answer is option B. Days full of pain and work as vexation. Question. What happens to worker at night, according to Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 23? Options. A. He rests peacefully. B. His mind does not rest. C. He forgets high daily troubles. D. He dreams of heaven. The correct answer is option B. His mind does not rest. Question: What conclusion does the preacher offer in Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 24, regarding what is best for a person? Options: A. To abandon all physical work and live as a hermit. B. That he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. C. To fast continuously and mourn earthly life. D. To hoard wealth so that his family never starves. The correct answer is option B. That he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. Question: Where does the ability to enjoy eating, drinking and labor come from, according to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 24? Options: A. From political stability in the kingdom. B. From human willpower alone. C. From the hand of God. D. From astrological alignment. The correct answer is optio C. From the hand of God. Question: What rhetorical question does the preacher ask about eating and enjoyment, according to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 25? Options: A. Who can eat or who can have enjoyment, apart from him? B. Who can count the days of a man's life? C. When will the feast of righteousness begin? D. Why should a king eat the same food as a peasant? The correct answer is option A. Who can eat or who can have enjoyment, apart from him. Question: According to Ecclesiastes Chapter 2, verse 26, what three gifts does God give to the person who pleases him? Options: A. Gold, silver and lands. B. Wisdom, knowledge and joy. C. Riches, honor and long life. D. Victory, security and fame. The correct answer is option B. Wisdom, knowledge and joy. Question: What work does God give to the sinner, and what is its ultimate outcome? Options: A. The work of military conquest only to lose the battle. B. The work of gathering and heaping only to give to one who pleases God. C. The work of ruling nations only to be overthrown. D. The work of farming only to suffer famine. The correct answer is option B. The work of gathering and heaping only to give to one who pleases God. Question: How does the teacher conclude Ecclesiastes Chapter 2? Options: A. This is also vanity and chasing after wind. B. This is folly and running behind it is madness. C. A delight to the heart of man. D. The best that can be achieved. The correct answer is option A. This is also vanity and chasing after wind. Do like and subscribe for more.